Welcome to the Lead with Your Soul podcast. I'm Michelle Wright, your host and fellow traveler on this journey of self-discovery. This podcast is designed for women navigating life transitions and yearning to embrace their true selves. I'll be sharing my personal journey from navigating the complexities of divorce and blending families to reshaping my career to something that resonates with my soul. With 3 decades as a teacher and mentor, I'm here to share insights, heartfelt stories, and practical strategies. Together, we'll explore how to cultivate self-love and create the vibrant, fulfilling life you deserve. Join me each week as we dive deep into the art of living authentically. Welcome to the Lead with Your Soul podcast. Today is Messages for Your Soul. I'm going to be pulling some cards and giving you some messages. And you are part of this oracle. So I invite you to take a moment, find a space, really feel deep into what words, images, thoughts are resonating with you. And if there's any that are not, and just leave those. Go with the ones that you're connecting with. As we start this today, I'm going to set a ritual space. So I have my candle and a little bit of Palo Santo, and I'm just going to be setting the intention, just with this beautiful Palo Santo smoke, setting the intention that no matter when you come upon this video, when you come upon these messages, they will be for your highest good and help you move forward and dig deep into some of the changes that are going on in your own life. I'm going to switch us now into our second camera so that you can see my cards. I've already pulled 2 cards that we're going to be focusing our overall umbrella cards for here in February. And the first one is a numerology deck by Michelle Buchanan, and it's number 91. So you can always Google any of these that you're interested in. And the card here is surrender. So it's really inviting us in February to surrender to what's going on in our lives, surrender to the changes that we're trying to make, just surrender and lean in. For me, this means having a lot of faith and recognizing that, yes, I still need to move forward and make my plans and manifest what I want to bring alive in the world. And then I work with my spirit team, my angels, my saints, God, universe, source, whatever you call it. And I surrender in this deep trust and saying, I know you're going to help me. I know it's going to be for my greatest good. These cards are soul cards, so it just has an image. And here we have an image of someone running through, and there's a lot of light. And for me, when I lean into this intuitively, what it's talking about is we are connecting. We're going to start, there's going to be so many astrological changes if you haven't had a chance to go look into it. But this year, 2025, has a lot of the big planets moving. And February is a time when we're really figuring out what we need to let go of before these big changes come in. So I see this more darker color is that our lower chakras, just looking in our root. What do we want to stay rooted in, but what do we need to let go of and not be rooted in? Because we have a lot of light and changes that are going to be coming and we can be ready for. So we have to throw a lot of extra stuff off so that we're nice and light and airy and moving forward. Now, for me, I had spoken about this, and I know when I'm going through big changes, I actually like to get physically dense, and I find that through my eating and through what I'm doing. And this is really inviting me to make sure, so when I hear this for myself, this is inviting me to make sure, are you spending time? This light is our crown chakra. It's connecting to the divine. And where am I building that time into February? Where am I making sure that I'm not just in the world and I'm not just doing all of the things, but I'm about breathing and connecting to my higher self. So for me, that might look like smudging just like I did, or it might even look like incense and then just pulling cards and just meditating, just allowing images and feelings to come through for me. That's what I'm looking, the soul messages in February. We need to surrender in, release, and allow us to connect to the divine, surrender to that divine that's coming. I'm going to be doing several lines here today. And the first line that I'm going to be pulling is with the Light Seer Tarot deck from Chris Ann Donnelly. You can just look it up on Amazon. And in here, what I'm going to be asking is, what do we need to bring forward? So what has happened in either January or moving forward that we need to know about and then learn from and bring forward? And then I'm going to be doing a line, just what are some of the challenges that we're going to be facing in February? Then I'm going to be doing a line, what are some of the gifts that are coming to us in February? And then I'm doing a line of overall, what do we need to know about February? And with each of these, I'm going to be pulling some oracle cards, so tarot cards and oracle cards, just to give this really deep, in-depth message. I have been inspired by Judy Poole. So if you look at her YouTube channel, you're going to see she is an amazing channeler. And she has just really inspired me in how I pull cards and how I look at tarot and oracle cards. So that might be another little rabbit hole you can go down. If you're new to tarot, I am going to be just explaining the meanings of the cards so that you can figure out, as I said in the beginning of this video, what it means for you. So here we go. Just beautiful. So for me, when I look at cards that are in reverse, I just am asking myself, because this is the card present. I didn't pull any other card. I pulled this card. So then it's just asking me or yourself when I describe what it is. For you, is that energy either coming in? Is that energy going out? Or is that energy being blocked? Is there something you need to really look at if that energy is being blocked? Another thing that I start to look at just overall when I look at these cards is I have two major arcana cards right here. So major arcana cards, when you're doing a reading, have a more significant part because the major arcana cards are 0 to 21, and it's really the hero's journey. And so these are significant life events that are coming. So what do we have to bring with us? So first we have the moon, and the moon is about illusion, because the moon is that we don't directly see what's happening. Everything's kind of a reflection of the sun moving in. So there's some of the things that have been happening in our lives that we didn't know everything about it. Maybe there's part of the transitions, maybe how we're moving forward, and it's not really completely clear to us yet. And another aspect that I like to look at when I look at this moon card is we have often two figures, two wolves. One is white, one is black. And it's getting in not knowing what's moving forward. What are we connecting to? Are we connecting to fear? Is it feeding that wolf or that dragon? That idea of when we don't know what's happening, are we sitting in fear, worry, anxiousness? Just that spinning thoughts in our head. Or what this is asking us to actually do is surrender. So surrendering. So actually what we're feeding is trust. We don't know exactly what's been happening, but we're going to trust that everything that is happening is for our highest good. Every challenge is helping us explore and expand and grow to a deeper level. And everything that's going well, it's helping us just to have gratitude and move forward. So this is really a question for you to think as you move forward. What are you letting go of? Are you going to bring forward the positive thoughts, the positive goals that you want to do? Or are you going to be dragging yourself down with the anger, worry, frustration, stories that no longer serve you? You're not that person. We don't need them anymore. They're not serving us. We can't change them. Anything that's in the past is a woulda, shoulda, coulda. So that means that we have to have deep self-care, self-love, self-compassion, and move forward. We really have to move forward. So the moon, we don't know what's been happening, but we do know what we ourselves in this disillusionment, what we can bring forward. The next one is one of the most beautiful cards in the entire deck, and it's the Star. And it is coming in. So that energy is coming in. We're bringing it forward with us. And as we really lighten our load, let go of what no longer serves us, we move into this beautiful energy. She's actually holding on to the star. Just that beautiful light. It's that image of wish upon a star. This card is of hope. And it doesn't matter where it comes in. This card just brings you joy, hope, knowing that you are never alone, knowing that when you look up at the stars, the universe is with you. The universe wants good things for you, and they're helping you bring them alive. And the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Cups is another card that is coming in. Cups is the suit of relationship. It's the suit, it's water. It's the suit of intuition. And the 10 of Cups, you can see it's just this beautiful rainbow, lots of cups. And you've got an abundance of relationships, an abundance of family. And so in the suit, it's the 10. So it's right before you get to the court cards. And in here, it's just you're bringing forward with you as you move forward, as you really watch and surrender, you are bringing forward just all the gratitude and joy of all the people in your life, what they mean to you, all the different ways that you connect with yourself and those around you in such a beautiful way. And it's reminding you to stay in that space. That's what we're bringing forward. We're bringing forward hope. We're bringing forward, even though we don't know what's coming, we're bringing forward, choosing to bring forward the light and all of those things that just bring us joy and happiness and have us connected to the loved friends and family, loved ones around us. I'm now pulling an oracle card, just asking, what is the kind of energy that we're looking? This is Colette Baron Reed, Animal Spirit deck. Hey, what is the energy? The energy that we're bringing forward is there is always enough. Oh, and this energy fits so well. It's the koi fish spirit. It fits so well with the star. It fits so well with the 10 of cups. It fits so well with surrender and letting go of stories that we've had maybe in 2024. Let them go. There is always enough. The universe has enough for everyone. It's not, oh, if you only do this thing, you get it then. It's not that. It's about sitting in joy. It's about recognizing with gratitude. That's the energy and vibe that you want to move forward with into this month. So in February, now we're going to ask, what are the challenges that are going to be coming to us? And sometimes people get worried about challenges, something, oh, I need to worry about. No, challenges come to us because this is either points to something that we need to let go of. It points to something that we can expand, points to something that we can explore and grow. So challenges, if you think in your life, your challenges are where you grow the most. It's really where you start to look at, this is what I need to let go of. This is what I need to bring in. For the month of February, what are some of the challenges that are going to allow us to expand and grow? This is the Cosmic Wisdom Tarot by Ethany. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups. We have the 9 of Wands. And we have the 10 of Swords. Okay, 10 of Swords. So the challenges. The Queen of Cups, as I said, over here is that. It's about emotions. It's that water energy. It's flowing. It's intuition. And the Queen of Cups is really knowing, so your challenge this month is getting in touch with your own emotions, getting in touch with your own intuition. When you close your eyes and you put your hand on your heart, can you feel into yourself? What is that relationship with yourself? And This month, as you go through all of your emotions, are your emotions leading you or are you leading your emotions? Often, if we feel really stressed by our environment, if we feel dysregulated, it's in here, putting our hand on our heart, that we need to actively choose ways that we start to breathe, we start to connect into our bodies, into our hearts, into our emotions, and surrendering to the help of the universe. Just surrendering into the help of the divine and knowing that you are doing well. As the queen, you also may be helping others. Just one moment. As the queen, you may also be helping others in their own emotional regulation. So this is where you have an opportunity to nurture others and really embody that nurturing role with those around you. The Nine of Wands. Wands is the suit of fire. It's about passion. It's about creativity, fire, passion. And here we can see, here we have him, he's injured. The Nines of Wands, the story of this is that it's the end of the battle. It's the end of what you've been going through. And it's just coming to the end. And it's in your last stands. And you have to figure out, what is it that you do want to stand for? What is it that you need to still hold firm boundaries on? What do you need to let in? Often I find with the Nine of Wands for me, especially when I feel like I've gone through some really difficult times, I have a lot of barriers in place and I'm like, nope, I need to do this. This is what I need to do. I need to hold these barriers nice and firm. No one's getting in. And yet in here, where do we allow the love to come in? Like up here, where do we surrender to the love of the universe, to the help of the universe, and to help of those around us? So really figuring out for yourself, this invites you to look, where is a reasonable boundary? Where is it you have a boundary because it's been a challenge in the past and you haven't been able to keep it? But now maybe you could soften some of those boundaries. Maybe you could let some people in and be vulnerable and really get into strong relationship. The Ten of Swords, it was in protection. And the Ten of Swords, it is a person. So as you can see, swords is air. It's about communication. It's about our thinking. And the Ten of Swords is a really hard card. You can see this person has 10 swords sticking into them. This card is a hard one to have, and it was in protection. So for me, this is, you are dealing with the end. This is the end, and therefore a new beginning, an end of a really difficult time. And it follows in this storyline because, like, where are you keeping your boundaries? You are now able to move up. The next moment after this card, after you've fallen, you're at your lowest point, and is that you have to get up. You can't just stay down. You can't just stay lying. You have to actually get up with hope. You have to get up with healing, and you have to move forward. And that's what this card is about. It's also recognizing that what you've been through is difficult. This has been difficult. So how are you going to manage your emotions? How are you going to honor? So it's not gaslighting. It is sitting in your emotions, honoring them, and moving forward with hope and healing into the light. I'm going to pull Judith Orloff cards. These are, oh, one just jumped out. These are surrender cards. Every single one of them is about surrender. So this month, what do we need to surrender into? Oh, perfect. Surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. A perfect card that goes with this storyline. surrendering to your fear of change. Change is happening. This whole thing is about change. You're finishing the battle. You're moving. You're going into hope and healing, and you have to surrender into change. I have faith that all is well. You are surrendering into trust with your angels. You're surrendering into trust with your spirit team. You're lightening the load and you're moving into the light. It's what it's telling you. Super powerful. Okay, I think I'm going to move these over so that we have enough room. I'm going to do it this way. Okay. Now, our next line is really wondering, okay, so we have these difficulties. That's our invitation of growth. How is your spirit team, the angels, how are they going to be sending you gifts? These are the gifts. These are the things you can lean into this month. This deck is the Wild Reflections deck. Tarot deck. So we're just going to ask ourselves, what are the gifts that are going to be coming? These are the gifts that are going to help us move through the energies of February. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, so here we have the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles is the suit, it's the earth, and it's the suit of everyday life, money, work, family, abundance. It's just that work. And February is a time when things are beginning. So as you move through these difficult emotional challenges and as well, and I would say emotional and in your mind, the way you think about things as you shift and as you move forward, very much in this line as well, good things are going to be coming to happen. They're going to be coming to bloom. This is what we didn't know what's happening, but now it's coming in. So there's gifts going to be happening. So make sure that you're observing them. Make sure you hold gratitude for them. We have the Queen of Wands. So here, the Nine of Wands, we're figuring out where our boundary. The Queen of Wands is that fire, that passion. So for yourself, that light deep inside of yourself. The Queen is just that light inside of you. How are you making sure you're stoking that fire? How are you seeing the light and the joy and the gifts that you truly are in this world? If you can't immediately list off maybe 5 or 6, I would suggest you start to journal on this. You might really want to figure out, what is your light, your special, unique light that only you were brought into this world to bring to the whole earth, the whole collective, bring to the loved ones around you. Because even when things are difficult, it's your light that's shining that other people need. And how can you share that light with other people? And the Empress is the major arcana. It's the 3 card in the major arcana, so very important. She's pregnant, and the Empress is that cornucopia, that birth of everything starting to come, everything starting to blossom. So it's been challenging, but there's lots of new beginnings happening in February. And we're asking you to surrender into them. We're asking the universe and your spirit team saying, lighten the load. Make sure you're noticing. Make sure you're noticing, not just where it's difficult, but make sure you're noticing all the ways that you are becoming abundant, that your light is shining, and you have a road towards even shining more. So the card that we're going to pull for here is the Lantern Oracle. And I'm just going to find out, what is the energy for this line? What is this energy that's going to help us as we move forward? Strength of vulnerability. True power lies at the root of perceived weakness. Ooh, follows right along with surrender your fear to change. And now the strength of vulnerability. It's opening yourself up to these beautiful moments that are happening, opening yourself up to receiving them and being vulnerable. That's what we were talking about here That's what we were talking about up here, being vulnerable, allowing yourself to receive and share that vulnerability with those around you. Just sharing that vulnerability of who you really are, your stories, how you're evolving, how you're moving and surrendering in. And you can do that with the people around you. You could even do that through your journals, just being really vulnerable with yourself and the difficulties you've been going through, celebrating how tough you've been, celebrating that you've stood up again towards hope and healing, even though difficult things have happened. Very powerful. So these gifts are coming to you through your strength of vulnerability. I now have the Hand Tarot deck by Jamie Sawyer. And we're going to look at overall for February. So what's an overall message that we can tie into? What overall do we need to know about the month of February? Okay, interesting. So this is a lot of energy where you have to think for yourself. Where is it happening? So the 7 is a 7. The Chariot is a major arcana card. This is really talking to us. When I lean into this card, I'm seeing it as overall, we're going to start seeing movement coming. So 7 is a chariot. It's moving from one point to another point. So overall, we're going to see a lot of movement in February. And that's going to be that is going to be, I see, in our thinking and in our emotions and really managing our emotions. So you're really going to start to see that first at those levels and then physically. So lots and lots of emotion. Then we have the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords in here, this story is this person's trying to get into their journal. So remember, swords are about the way we think and trying to get into the journal. And they're like ripping and pulling and really, it's just like really difficult. But if they were just to look, right here is the key. And this is so much what this 8 of Swords is saying. You need to bring in. You need to bring in for yourself. Often we are the prisoners of our own mind, our own thinking. Often the swirling worries, fears, anxiousness, that's keeping us at this place. So we have to find a way through gratitude, through lightness, through recognizing the goodness that is happening in our lives. And it does not, once again, mean gaslighting. You do have to recognize what's happening to you. But it's in our mind. So it's through our own calmness, our own meditation, our own selves that we can stop, grab the key, and open up this journal. That we can just breathe and we can move through this. I find this a powerful card because lots of times I can feel like a victim. I can feel like things are happening to me. This card is so powerful because it's saying, we're going to invite you to become the power and the drive your own movement through this month by breathing and connecting and taking control of your thinking, taking control of your mind. What this is going to bring in then is the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords is actually a time of rest. It's a time of taking a break and recognizing all of this work is hard. It's hard to move. It's hard to shift our thinking. It's hard to navigate our emotions. So where are you resting? Where are you taking times when you know this hard work is happening, that you rest, and that you rest in safety, you rest in healthiness, and you rest in goodness? What are you doing for yourself that allows you really to rest and take a break? In here, they're taking rest and solace by ritual. So this person is lighting a candle and they're sitting in ritual. So for me, some of my rest might be pulling some cards. It might be journaling. It might be just sitting and enjoying myself in the quiet and not worrying, but just enjoying, just sitting and surrendering to the divine around you, surrendering to all the ways that the angels are helping you. The card that I'm going to use is the Sacred Rebel by Alana Fairchild. So what is the energy for this card that's going to help us as we move forward overall? What's the energy for this message? Oh, beautiful. Listen for truth. So as you're going through, it's saying, listen for truth. When you're looking to move forward, and here, the Eight of Swords, when our mind's swirling around and we're sitting in fear and victimhood, that's not the truth. We have so much power within ourselves, within our own souls, within the choices that we can make in every second. And every second we get an opportunity to make a different choice. This is so powerful. And it's getting you to really listen to the truth. So then here I look in the resting. The resting is also, when are you sitting in surrender? When are you sitting and creating time and silence in your life? And sometimes for silence, that means putting away the phone, going out for a walk, just sitting and petting my cat or petting my dog. When am I sitting in silence and listening to the truth of my own heart, my own soul? When do I listen for that? And it's so important that you create this time so that you can have this movement. Very powerful. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull some oracle cards, just overall. What is some of the energies for February? This is Asha Frost, medicine. Yeah, beautiful indigenous healer. Just beautiful cards. This is sacred medicine. So it's recognizing that this month, it's called a calling. It's recognizing that this month you are being called, that there is something, when you listen to the truth, there is something bigger than you that is calling you. And it's calling you to first fill your own cup with light and love so that you can be that same light and love for all those around you, in your friends and family, and then even bigger into your community, into the collective. You have a calling. So sometimes it's hard to make these changes. You're being asked by the divine to surrender into this role, to surrender into this movement, to surrender into this change. It's a calling for you, and it's important because this is the first step, and you're going to get more messages as you build these in all along. Another card, other energy, it's the Elder Spirit, also from Asha Frost. Just looking at what is the energy again, what animal elder spirit are we going to be journeying with this month? The energy of the bison, open to increased abundance. How powerful, ties in with this line. So things have been difficult, but there's abundance coming and you have to be open. So just like the Nine of Wands, where we figure out where our boundaries are and we figure out how much we shut ourselves down, continue to lean into that abundance. Open it up, look for it, be curious. Where are you finding the abundance? And lots of times it starts in small things, and just be really happy in noticing that and listen to the truth of what that feels like in your body when you sit in abundance. Another card that I'm going to pull is from Megan Watterson, the Sacred Feminine deck. So in here, she has a lot of different beautiful feminine goddesses from many different traditions. So what is the energy, the feminine energy that we can embody this month? just helps us in our healing, in our growth. And it is Hope Joan, the Pontiff of Possibilities. So it's getting you to think the possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. Ooh, very powerful and beautiful on the Empress. So it's a calling, recognizing abundance and seeing that it's endless. Your soul, the soul message means that it's endless. What you can dream of and how you go through hope and healing, what you're wanting to bring alive in your life is endless. It can happen and it can come to you. So really, maybe when it's difficult, just start to believe and you're having a hard time surrendering to your fear of change, just really start to believe. And just recognize this deck is the Wild Kuan Yin deck, also by Alana Fairchild. I just love it because on the back, there's just some beautiful messages. Kuan Yin is a Bodhisattva in the Buddhist tradition. I find she is a Bodhisattva of love and mercy. So I find her messages for me are just very powerful as they help me recognize the love and mercy I need for myself is what I'm doing and calling in. So this is the card and I will move it over. She's leaping around. Sister of Shambhala, put your faith in the light and believe that good things can happen and will happen. We do not need to deny darkness, but nor do we need to place our minds there. There are lighter dwelling places into which our minds can settle. Trust in the spring that follows the winter. Very powerful. So really talking about the difficulties and moving into the light. And it's saying, reiterating again, the message is again, make sure that your mind is settled into the light. It's not that you need to deny that things haven't been difficult, that there's been lots of challenges, but instead really focus on the light of your heart, the light of your hope, the light of your healing, and the endless possibilities that can come into your life. That's what it's really asking you to do this month, is sit in that. Now, how you do that is up to you. Are you wanting to build in some ritual, build in some sacredness for yourself? And that just can be lighting a candle and staring at the candle and just listening to your own breathing, just putting your hand on your heart and just listening and leaning in. It can be just getting cards, pulling cards, oracle cards. It's really all up to you. What are the ways that you are going to move through from the light and dark of the moon, pulling that through and allowing yourself to lean into the possibilities and the light? From the magical Spirit deck. This one's kind of fun. It's a nice way to end. Sassy, new agey, witchy. That's just so beautiful. The moon, Alpha and Omega. We start with the moon, we end with the moon. What if your strangeness is actually your brilliance? The moon is about duality, hidden gem, secret power. Isn't that beautiful? It's really getting you to think about how you are an amazing individual, duality of the difficulties and the light, about the lack and the abundance. But where are we going to focus? Are we going to focus on the lack or are we going to focus on the abundance? And this card, beautiful, ending similar to the moon over here. It's saying, really focus on the light, focus on your love. These are the soul messages for February. I'd love to hear how they resonate with you. Drop me a line, let me know. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Blessings. So glad you could tune in and see you next week with Lead with Your Soul podcast. That wraps up another episode of the Lead with Your Soul podcast. I'm so grateful you chose to spend this time with me. As you navigate your own life transitions, remember to be gentle with yourself and embrace the journey. If you found value in today's episode, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. Join me next week for more insights and inspiration. Until next time, keep leading with your soul.